All right, everybody, listening to Rocky, finishing the workout. Today is Thursday. For many of you, it's Cinco de Mayo. For people like me, it's another day to get better, another day to train. For others, I know, it's a day for you to go to the bar and another excuse to get blasted. Here's what I want to talk about today. I'm a parent. I got 2 kids. I've been training and working with youth athletes, non-athletes. When I was a phys ed teacher, you get a mix of kids in every class. But I started coaching the youth age groups freshman year in college. That was the fall of 1993. I've got tremendous experience working with athletes. The underground strength gym, all that training began around 2002. Now, we used to never accept an athlete till they got into about middle of their 7th grade year. Then here and there, a parent would reach out. Parents seemed super supportive, spoke to me about their kid, highly motivated, wants to get in there and train. And that kid was in 6th grade. So I'd say, put it off, do gymnastics. I gave them a couple of options. The parents said no. Every gymnastics place wants us either on a competitive team. They won't let us just train, once or twice a week to supplement the sports training, football, wrestling, baseball, basketball, you name it. Now, a lot of parents, when you hear the word training, you think squat, you think bench press, you think deadlift. And of course, doctors, not all, but so many of them, they're saying the same things they said decades ago. Lifting will stunt your growth. Well, listen, our young athletes, they don't touch, the barbell till high school. Sometimes late 8th grade, a kid will do a trap bar deadlift. Now let's talk about weights. Your child who's wrestling in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, every time he lifts his opponent up, he's lifting a weight. In football, every time he's pushing and pulling against an opponent, he's lifting weights. Now, the doctors, if they would get a little more specific and say, no spinal loading, but let's get rid of all the excuses. I always say this to people. I go, decades ago, young kids in their elementary grade years worked on farms. They worked on farms 12 hours a day. The Amish kids, they are schooled and then they're working. Their work is the reward. They don't get, if they are punished, they're not allowed to work on the farm. That is the reward. We have too many kids nowadays because of the parents, and this is really the ticket. If parents are not leading a strong lifestyle, strong mind, strong body, strong life, strong lifestyle, the child will not follow. I've seen athletes come here midway into high school. They look like the guys that walk in and out of a bar every day. They've got big beer belly, pot bellies, slouched, no muscle tone. Their whole backside is flat. There's no muscle on the glutes, hamstrings, the back, nothing. These are also kids coming from, the high school football, this is big, they don't want to work with us independent coaches, which is a shame because we're dialed in with our approach. We're dialed in, science, experience. It's just that much more effective. Infinitely more effective when you get to a top guy like us at the underground strength gym. You might say, wow, you're tooting your own horn. What I'm saying is kids need to get that work in. They need to get that work in early. If they are mandated to train at a high school or at a club or practice, these young kids can handle it if the lifestyle is dialed in and if the mind is trained properly. Here's an example. We'll have kids from the same school at both gyms. This happens all the time. They're on the football, baseball, whatever, wrestling team. They're all doing the same. They have to lift at the high school. They go to the sports club. They do all these same activities in and out of school. There's certain ones that keep showing up. They never complain about, it's too much, I'm too tired, I can't do both. Then kids from the same school doing all the same work, their parents make the excuses for them. And that's where the kid gets crushed, because a kid will not fight against their parents. Mom and dad say it's too much. He has to lift at school. He has to play baseball. He has to run track. He has to wrestle. He can't lift with you. It's like, really? That extra 2 hours a week here, or 45 minutes each session, it's really too much? We're just creating a weak society. You're creating an athlete who's accepting of average at best. And we're making it harder, not just for your son, your child, son or daughter. You're making it harder for the sport coach to work your child hard, because that's what's needed. The coaches out there, I feel bad for you guys and girls, those of you that are committed. Not all of you are committed, but those of you that are committed, you know that it takes dedication, sacrifice, hard work, commitment, just the whole nine. But you're afraid to push those kids because you're emotionally exhausted of complaining parents, of complaining administrators. On my blog, I just put up the biggest mistakes that high school athletic directors and high school coaches make. And a lot of it is, a lack of commitment to excellence. Everybody's afraid of excellence, so they just do average. They just do good enough. They don't push the envelope. But nothing great has ever been achieved without pushing the envelope. That's the bottom line. Kids can handle the work. We need to stop being scared, or you need to stop being scared. We're not afraid of these kids working. Our younger athletes, body weight, medicine balls. Let's take a look at a lot of the training they'll do. All types of medicine ball exercises right here. Sled exercises, which is no spinal loading. You could see those little kegs for carrying 30, 40 pounds. Band exercises, body weight exercises on the rings, the ropes, this whole open floor area for body weight exercises and sprinting and jumping and crawling and training like an animal. Super light dumbbells up here, 10, 15, 20 pounds. Some kids have backpacks that weigh more than 10 pounds. Kettlebells that are 18 pounds. Kids can handle the work. Most of all, they need to do the work, because the longer you wait, the tougher it gets for us to turn them around. What does that mean? We get kids that come to us that look like they haven't lifted anything heavier than a bag of potato chips. And it gets extremely difficult to transform them physically and, worst of all, emotionally and mentally. There needs to be adversity. You must chase the adversity, don't avoid it. Behind me, what does that say? No easy day. Okay, slogan that the Navy SEALs use. It's a gift to be working hard and to train hard. And then we teach these athletes and they become self-motivated, self-inspired, and the supportive parents teach them and help guide them through the healthy eating guidelines we give them. And now we don't only have successful athletes, we have successful young men, young women who become successful adults later in life. They don't clock punch. They don't just go good enough. These are the people that climb to the top and start running companies, building companies. They become change makers of the world. Or you have the other ones who just want to sit behind a desk and exist in this world. They don't want to make a dent. They want the easy life. And listen, we need that too. Not everybody could be the gold medalist. Not everybody could be the champion. But that's not what I'm about. That's not what I want this message to ever be about. Greatness is within everybody, but it's up to you to do the work. Because you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get what you earn. So the moral here is, you're not too young. Your child is not too young. Your child's not overworked. Your child's not too busy. The time is there. The energy is there. It's this that must be changed. You must change your mind. As soon as you change your mind, you could change the outcome, the course, and then the process changes. The journey becomes better. And then we no longer look at the hard work as punishment. We see hard work as the gift and the proper path to success, not just in sports, but in life. I'm Zach Evanesh from the Underground Strength Gym in New Jersey, and zachevanesh.com. Click the links below. A lot of free information for many of you, or information to invest in. But regardless, you might not invest your money, but we all pay somehow, some way, through energy, through time, through commitment, through effort. So it's not about the money. It's about your willingness to put in the work. And you can't pay anybody enough money to do the work. It comes from within the heart. Parents out there, it's all up to you. Your child will be as successful as you allow him or her to be. I'm telling you, it's riding on your shoulders. So it's up to you.